Hi everyone, I'm Mike Green, Public Information Officer in the Allen County Commissioner's Office, and welcome to this edition of Countyline. 2017 was a historic year for the construction industry in Allen County. The total value of construction permits for both commercial and residential projects in the county reached a record level last year, fueled in part by the increased use of technological advances by the Allen County Building Department. The Allen County Commissioners and representatives of the local construction industry were on hand recently for the big announcement.
Appreciate you coming today, and appreciate this group next to me more than you know. And I'd like to make a few introductions because, frankly, we would not be here today if it weren't for these people and so many others in the community that we really couldn't fit behind the stage today. But we've got, from the Home Builders Association, we've got Maureen Holly, who's the executive director. I met Barkley Allen, who's the incoming president, out in the hallway. We've got Jamie Lancia from Lancia Homes. We've got Rob Young from Hagerman. We've got Harrison Heller from Heller Homes, Ron Dick and Pat Pastrick from Design Collaborative. I don't know whether I saw Eric here, Eric Strebig. But he may come in. Fred Yagodinsky from Majestic Homes. And I don't know who came from VOTA. We've got Ben Herman, thanks very much. From Northeastern Group, we've got Rick Zare. And from the county's Redevelopment Commission, we've got Rich Beck. And as I said, without these people, we wouldn't be here today. But what we're here to do today is to announce a milestone in the Allen County community. Between 2000 and 2007, city and county administrations would often tout how economic development was occurring in the Allen County community by how close we got to the $1 billion investment mark. During that time, we never got there. In 2017, however, for the first time ever, we in Allen County hit the $1 billion mark in terms of investment. In fact, by the end of the year, we hit $1.032 in investment, issuing a total of 26,185 permits. This was all done through commercial and residential development. The commercial permits, and I'll probably get these all out of order, but we've got copies or that we can make for you if you want to take with you, or we can send them to you. But we hit $632.9 million in commercial. Next slide, thank you. I need eyes in the back of my head. We hit $632.9 million in commercial permits, for a total of 6,253 total permits. And in residential, we hit $399.1 million in home construction, which entailed 19,898 permits that were issued by Allen County. Now, where is the development occurring? Well, we've got things like the Parkview Cancer Center. We've got the Fort Wayne Community Schools remodel projects. We've got Walmart milk processing projects. And we've got the Project Canal, which is outside of General Motors from a commercial perspective. In the residential areas, and I know I'm missing a whole bunch because when you look at $399.1 million in permits, there's a lot going on. But we've got Bristow and we've got Lanoke. That are occurring right now. We've got over $500 million worth of investment in the unincorporated portion of Allen County, and we had just a little under $500 million worth of investment throughout the rest of Allen County. In fact, as you look at these numbers, you'll find that 3 out of the last 5 years, there's actually been more development occurring in unincorporated Allen County than in the entire rest of Allen County itself. Why is all of this happening? Well, we've got some folks here that I want to bring up in just a minute and have them respond to what they think is going on with residential and commercial builders today. But We've got things like shovel-ready sites. We've got spec buildings. We've got some things that both city and county have been very proactive on in terms of ensuring that we've got the appropriate development happening in Allen County. Permitting has been made a whole lot easier as you begin to look at some of our online and technological innovations. We've got about 45% of all permits that are being issued online right now. And as you look at the number of permits, they've increased each year since 2013. The values increased, as you saw in some of the earlier slides, with the exception of 2016. And in 2015, what happened was General Motors came, and General Motors announced their $1.2 billion expansion out on the southwest side. But as you got back into 2016 and 2017, you could again see the track going sort of in a great upward trajectory. We often talk about comparisons to other communities, and what I want to do at this point is have Commissioner Brown just address briefly what's happening with respect to permitting here versus some of the other communities that we've tried to compare ourselves to. Commissioner?
Thank you, Commissioner Peters. One of the things that I think needs to be probably accentuated is that a lot of times we find ourselves compared to others, clearly, and that others being our peers, which would be pretty much those that are within our county range in northeast Indiana, but also star communities. Those communities being things that, communities that we see ourselves trying to benchmark against, be it Chattanooga, be it Wichita, Kansas, etc. So for this particular slide, as you can see, through 2014 and on to 17, Allen County, clearly with Fort Wayne, but then also with Grand Rapids being in Kent County, St. Joseph County being South Bend, Sedgwick County, Kansas being Wichita, and Hamilton County, Tennessee being Chattanooga. These are the counties that we were and entities that we were able to garner information. And from those, you can see that we clearly have outpaced these communities dramatically. And though these grids don't quite accentuate what those values are, let me just key point on a few of those. For Allen County, as Commissioner Peters has stated, $1.03 billion in 2017. Our neighbor in our own county, state, St. Joe County, 2017 was through January through November, $287.3 million. Clearly a very broad difference there. The closest that we have is Sedgwick County, Kansas, that being Wichita, and it is closer, but clearly not as far as we've gained, and that being at $745.3 million. So to Commissioner Peters' points that he has already mentioned, we've got a lot of activity going on in Allen County as well as northeast Indiana, but it's really important to be able to key point that without those individuals that are standing here that work with us and within this community, we wouldn't be hitting these benchmarks. So we thank you for being here, and I now turn it back over to Commissioner Peters to continue.
Thank you. So as you see, we are doing great things in this community. We are doing things better in this community than what you're seeing in a number of the other communities that we have looked at in terms of comparison. What does the future hold, and what does all this mean? Well, it's got to mean jobs. It's got to mean more jobs. It's got to mean putting people into jobs that they want rather than just any job out there that they can find. But what's it going to take to continue the momentum, to continue the drive to where we're going at? Let me first have Jamie Lancia from Lancia Homes talk about what's happening in the residential development outlook, and then I'm going to ask Rob Young from Hagerman to come up and talk a little bit about what's happening in the commercial side. Jamie?
Thank you very much, Commissioner Peters. You know, one thing that is we found over the last several years, and we've known for a very, very long time, is Allen County, Fort Wayne, inclusive of it, is a great place to call home. It's a great place that families want to live. It's a very affordable community. And we have great developers that are here represented here today. We as Lansing Homes are one developer, but we have Rick Zare that's here. I know Heller, you do homes. There's several others here as well that are land developers on a residential side. And the thing is about it is that for a very long period of time, over the years, we've looked and see we need the major investment from both large opportunities, and the county has reached out there, allowed these sites of investment to occur. We have these large things that have gone on. Parkview's made a substantial investment on the north side of Fort Wayne. That has impacted the residential business substantially with those many jobs that they employ. The large investment done by General Motors in this community as well. So those things have played a huge role in our industry, in the residential industry, for new home development as well as new home construction. And we're looking forward to 2018. We see the same thing going on in a very, very positive way. And I think many families that are coming and moving into Fort Wayne from outside the area see how much home they can buy, how affordable living is in our marketplace. And we continue to be in the top level of affordable housing markets in the country still. And we build homes at a very high quality. So we're very optimistic what 2018 is going to bring. And we see the numbers continue to increase as we go to 2018 as well, because we've just, all the things that I've done with the leadership and all the new developments that are going on with downtown, with the electric works and the landing and the riverfront development, all those things are going to continue to spur on our growth within Allen County and in the region for that matter. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jamie. Rob?
I'm Rob Young with Hagerman. Hagerman, as most of you know, has been headquartered in downtown Fort Wayne since 1908. We're proud to serve either as a prime or a subcontractor for any number of valued clients, and also do our share of development work either internally or with partners. And so like Jamie in his market, I'm happy to be here as just one representative of the construction and development arena. We focus on 6 market sectors at Hagerman: commercial, industrial, healthcare, K-12, and higher education, as well as institutional projects, those projects with municipalities and nonprofits and others. We're diversified because any number of those sectors may be down once in a while, others are up, and so focusing on those 6 helps us to balance our work a little bit. What's happening right now, and part of the reason you're seeing the numbers that you're seeing, is all 6 of those market sectors are very strong for us right now here in Fort Wayne and Allen County and throughout Northeast Indiana. So it's not surprising Commissioner Peters and Bloom and others are sharing the information that you're hearing about this morning. The other thing I wanted to touch on very briefly is I think we're proving that certain markets are successful here in Fort Wayne that maybe 10 or 15 years ago we wouldn't have been having this discussion. And one of those is clearly downtown housing. How many of us in this room 10, 15 years ago would have thought we would have not only the demand but also the product to meet that demand in downtown Fort Wayne? So I would point to that as one. Another one Commissioner Peters talked about as well, and that is spec buildings, or shell buildings, as many folks like to call them at this stage. 10 years ago, the common feeling, I believe, and drawing on my economic development experience as well, is we couldn't support the higher rents or the higher purchase costs that shell buildings would command in the marketplace. Exactly the opposite. I think we have enough evidence now that this community can invest in, and developers can invest in shell buildings, put them up, bet on the market, bet on the end user, and have those become very successful projects for us. I think we've got a number of examples now. The most recent one is in the county near the GM facility, just recently announced by our friends over at Kinder. So I would point to those 2 as markets that we're proving as a region we can support at this time and going forward. And just as Jamie said in his space, our 2018 is very strong with the amount of work that we have already under contract, as well as what the pipeline looks like for the balance of 18 and into 19. So we certainly understand the numbers. We support the numbers. Again, we're clicking on all cylinders right now in those 6 market sectors that I talked about. And for the foreseeable future, at least into 19, we don't see any slowdown at this stage. So happy to be able to share a couple of comments this morning.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it. As I said, we can't do it without the development community, but that has to happen in partnership with some of the things that are happening right here in Allen County government. And what I'd like to ask for right now is for Kate Love Jacobson to come up to the podium and just talk about some of the internal enhancements and some of the things that folks might expect in 2018 and beyond. Kate?
Thank you. Good morning. It's just really exciting to be here to celebrate this milestone because government as a whole tends to not be very good at celebrating, promoting, or communicating our successes. So some of the reason for the success that we see, of course, includes all these folks, but over the years, Allen County and the city of Fort Wayne have been working collaboratively together and strategically so that we can create a more responsive, effective, and efficient government. We've taken this strategic approach by, first of all, establishing a joint permitting oversight board. That's a group of both city and county officials. They put together this strategic plan, which included a vision, and that vision is to be the national model for a safe and healthy community, rich in quality investment. They also established some high-level objectives, and those include continuous improvement of online permitting processes, collaboration between governments and departments, driving online permitting, and excellent customer service. We've also been participating in the Northeast Indiana Regional Partnership Permitting Excellence Coalition. So we're working with a group of 11 jurisdictions throughout Northeast Indiana to continuously improve our processes. We've also implemented a lot of operational excellence through updating our hardware and software systems on a regular basis. We have been collaborating and goal setting between departments, between governments. We have a permitting leadership team that works together on a very frequent basis to work through process improvement problems and solve permitting issues. We also have a technical super user group to work out the technical problems in our systems. We've been conducting ongoing customer feedback so we can hear from our customers when we do have issues or problems, and then when we hear from them, we make those adjustments and improvements to our systems. And then finally, we've been investing in our people. We've been providing internal training on technical issues as well as customer service skills. So we're continuing to do all these things, and we are always in a continuous improvement mode.
Thanks, Kate. Well, we've got a gatekeeper to all of this. None of these permits get issued, and truly nothing happens unless these folks go through the building department. Building department has been very essential in helping with some of the technological innovations, customer service, and some of the other things that hopefully, and I truly believe, are making it easier for the people behind me. I'm going to ask John Kaywood to address some of the things that are happening in the building department.
Well, 2017, what a year. What a year for Allen County and our community. First of all, I want to thank the commissioners for being so innovative and economic development minded that they embrace some of the changes that we're doing, and they're open to that. In this very room, I have gone before council numerous times in 2017 to ask for additional personnel and additional funding for things such as overtime that have been provided. So I thank County Council also for that, for keeping those wheels greased for this to continue. I want to thank my staff who put in just about as many hours as the people right next to us here in trying to get permits out the door and get inspections done as quickly as we can. I want to thank this, what I consider really my professional family over here. You know, here's Jamie and Harrison here, second generation. It's nice we're in a community where you know, you can follow in the family and be successful if you're really good at it. And everyone here, I really appreciate being able to work with you to make development in Allen County grow, and I just thank everybody for that. 2018, 2019 bring the promise of so much more and to continue this economic development in Allen County, and through the technology and through the support of our elected officials and the true professionals here in the community, I think this will continue.
Thanks, John. residential and commercial development is really the tail that wags the dog. It's the thing that keeps the economy going, not only here, but nationally. We are doing great things in Allen County. As you heard, 2017 was a banner year. 2018 is sizing up to be every bit as good, if not better. We've got good things going on in terms of technological developments, customer service, and we've got the crew back here, the people in this community who are truly doing it. They're the boots on the ground. They are the builders, the developers, the contractors who are bringing these permits, who are bringing the values of these permits, who are putting people to work, who are creating these jobs in this community. And so on behalf of Commissioner Bloom and Commissioner Brown, I just want to say thank you to all of you for what you do. Thank you for being here today to get our message out. And with that, we'd be happy to take questions, or if you want to pigeonhole some folks, happy to do it that way as well.
And that will do it for this edition of County Line. I'm Mike Green, Public Information Officer in the Allen County Commissioner's Office. We thank you for watching, and we hope you will join us again next time for County Line.